According to statistics, more than 80% of all world goods are transported by sea. It's scary to think how much fuel is consumed, despite the ongoing fight for a more environmentally friendly world. A French team is here to help by combining the advantages of a sail and a kite. It's simple but very useful. The team claims that they can reduce fuel consumption by 10 to 40%. The development flies at an altitude of about 200 meters and has a wing area of 1,000 meters squared. Thanks to aerospace technology, everything is more or less automated. The smart system calculates speed, wind direction, and other parameters, adjusting the wing and removing it if there's no tailwind. I'm sure you have at least once read an article about professionals that will someday be replaced by robots. Warehouse workers are among the most at-risk professions. For example, Amazon regularly shows and announces a variety of warehouse robots. Moreover, companies all over the world offer all kinds of robotic assistance. Here is one ready to work 24/7 with a speed of more than 1,000 boxes per hour. You can buy a bunch of these robots and teach them to work with the existing warehouse equipment. Just one operator will be needed. In addition, the robot stacks boxes tightly and neatly, making the most of the space. However, the manufacturer does not recommend using this robot for handling fragile goods, but it's perfect for clothes, books, dry goods, and similar products. A wake-up call for all mankind is what the UN Secretary General said about a report on natural disasters. According to the study, various natural disasters around the world are interconnected, and human activity is what's holding the links of the chain together. While governments try to change this situation, ordinary people want to keep their possessions safe. For example, to protect your house from water, you could use this inflatable system made in France. The idea is that in most floods, the water rises no higher than a meter, so it's enough to protect the doorways and reduce the possible damage. One inflatable unit unfolds in a minute, and the companion app will check all installed units and warn you if something is wrong. Cars have learned how to drive autonomously, but people still have to deal with hoses at gas stations. Oddly enough, the principle of refueling hasn't changed much in the last 70 years, but it still doesn't work for everyone. Danish engineers have made life easier for drivers by inventing these robotic gas stations. They're designed like this. While the driver is pulling into the station, the system scans the plates and receives the necessary data, such as fuel type and payment details. The driver drives up to the pump following the instructions on the screen, and the robotic dispenser refuels the car in a fully automatic mode. While refueling, the driver can go about their business, get a coffee or go to the restroom. The system works with petrol, gas, electricity, and other fuels, is friendly with most fuel pumps, and increases profits, the designers add. This is a smart fabric that will appeal not only to fashionistas. On the outside, its fibers resemble a regular fabric, but inside there's a clever channel that controls its geometry through compressed air or water pressure. Simply put, the garment remembers and reproduces movements. It's ideal for athletes, dancers, or people recovering their breathing patterns. The fibers can be used with ordinary sewing machines. One test was to create underwear for a singer to help them keep the perfect posture while singing. Breathing is important for singing, but also this can help when recovering from surgery or depression. For example, breathing is so important for meditation, added a representative of the team. Can we finally make jeans that actually fit? Joked a user in the comments. Next up, we have the Eco-Rocket steam rocket. This is not a joke, but a real project from Romania. Technically, it's a regular small rocket, able to take loads weighing up to 10 kilograms to the low Earth orbit. The difference is that one of the 3 stages uses not fuel, but steam, which is enough to reach an altitude of 8 kilometers. As if this were not enough, the rocket also starts from a semi-submerged position. As you see, eco-trends have reached a cosmic scale. But the best of all is the Eco-Rocket Heavy concept, introduced in 2022, which reminds us of masterpieces from the Kerbal Space Program simulator. 540 propulsion modules, a diameter of 34.5 meters, and a height of 28 meters. The global wind power industry is growing and expanding. In 2020 and 2021, power plants with a total output of about 187 gigawatts were put into operation. And it's great that wind power is becoming more accessible, not only to large companies, but also to ordinary people. For example, this system is ideal for pitched roofs and will withstand even a storm. Overall, there's a lot to look at in the compact wind turbine market. The Skywind model can be installed in a couple of hours and produces 100 to 1500 kilowatt hours annually. Harmony turbines operate at wind speeds from 0.4 meters per second. Loveside is a storm-proof design, and it produces 5 kilowatts of power at wind speeds of 20 meters per second. The Quiet Revolution QR5 delivers 6 kilowatts of power and was even recognized with the Sustainable Innovation Award. The creators of Starwind offer quiet operation, an attractive design, and scalability, with even the compact models being able to get close to a kilowatt of power. Wind Vordeal is an urban model that delivers 2,000 kilowatt hours per year. And the creator of Papilio has combined a 300-watt wind generator with a street lamp that turns on and off automatically when needed. On the screen, you can see the robot GuardBot, conceived for missions on Mars. However, it feels quite comfortable on Earth too, at least because its spherical body allows the robot not only to ride on sand, snow, and mud, but also to swim. The GuardBot can become the base for building a large explorer or as a small sentinel robot, varying in diameter from 16.5 centimeters to 2.1 meters. The robot reaches about 19 kilometers per hour on land and 5 kilometers per hour on water. Inside, there's enough room for several cameras, a microphone, GPS, and a battery that will last about 25 hours. Plus, if necessary, it's possible to configure it for cargo transportation. According to online publications, the robot has caught the attention of the US military. The manufacturers have already tested it at a military base and are in contact with the Department of Defense. Next, we have the most advanced technical children's clothing in the world. It actually grows along with the child. So, pants and sweatshirts can now be worn from the age of 9 months to 4 years, saving a significant part of the family budget. Has the baby grown? Take the clothes, gently stretch them, and the little fashionista is comfortable again. The designers write that one set combines 7 sizes at once, and the materials are inspired by the aerospace industry, so the clothes are lightweight, don't get wet, and are breathable. It's recommended to wash the clothes at 30 degrees. They dry quickly and don't require ironing. The price is $191 for a set of a sweater and a pair of pants. Now we know how cartoon characters can wear the same clothes every day for years, users joked. Coffee enthusiasts have seen baristas draw on their lattes. But technology is advancing every day, and the Japanese have come up with something even more interesting. This robot turns drinks into a canvas and draws directly inside filled cups, glasses, and other containers. The manufacturers haven't shared any details, but they write that it's the world's first technology of its kind. The arm with a syringe system is able to draw letters, illustrations, and 3D objects, and the drawings remain undamaged, even when carrying the container. The material used for drawing is edible and recyclable. In addition, users can upload their own works of art to the robot through the app. For example, you can create drinks with your brand logo for a corporate party. According to some experts, in the period from 2040 to 2050, mankind will face a large-scale water crisis. And even today, water shortages are commonplace for 4 billion people on the planet. Fortunately, teams from different countries regularly offer systems to desalinate seawater. One of them is on your screen right now. A key feature is the use of solar, wind, and wave power, meaning that this system can be installed almost anywhere. And the 23 countries already using it are proof of that. In the Philippines, for example, it provides 22 cubic meters of fresh water a day and supplies 2,500 people. A self-sufficient future by solar desalination has arrived, the manufacturers conclude. How cool do you think flip-flops can be? These were shown at the Paris Fashion Week and were recognized by some critics as one of the best footwear there. No wonder, since they were designed by Olivier Rousteing, the fashion designer and creative director of the Balmain fashion house. The shoes themselves combine both old and new features. The design is reminiscent of the traditional Japanese Gita sandals, and inside there are advanced shock absorbers and EVA foam. It's all complemented by lambskin. In an ad, the flip-flops break the surface of the water, which perfectly matches the slogan, "Next Wave in Footwear." The price tag is $750.